Hey guys, I'm so sorry about the weird it's weird lighting. I apologize. Hello and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Haley and I make videos all about life with a chronic illness, so if you like the type of content, make sure to subscribe down below so you will not miss a single video. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking about heat intolerance. If you aren't familiar with me or my story, I have something called mitochondrial DNA disease. It is where the mitochondria energy that accounts for 90% of all body functions fail to function properly, or there is a lack thereof. This, as you can imagine, leads to a lot of things going wrong within the body and a lot of different systems and organs being affected. So if you have mitochondrial disease, you can actually develop secondary diagnoses, which is the result of the mitochondrial disease. Two of my secondary conditions are called dysautonomia and POTS, which is post-orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. Let me explain which each are if you aren't familiar. Dysautonomia is the failure of your autonomic nervous system, and your autonomic nervous system is so important. It is responsible for your heart rate, your blood pressure, your blood sugar. It is responsible for breathing, for vision, for your temperature gauge and GI system. It's responsible for a lot, and when it malfunctions, obviously you feel the effects. POTS is connected to dysautonomia. It is considered a form of dysautonomia, but not everybody experiences it. But what happens is when I get up, my blood pulls to the lower half of my body, and that drops my blood pressure and then raises my heart rate, and it's so easy, so easy for me to pass out, and I normally feel very dizzy and very woozy, and obviously neither of those are anything fun to experience. And heat intolerance is kind of woven through those two conditions for me. One of the biggest things I struggle with is temperature regulation. Because my body is crazy, my temperature doesn't regulate easily at all. For example, I can be in a room that's 70 degrees, my friends would be all freezing in jackets and they would want to turn the air up. And me, I would be sweating bullets and so hot and not being able to cool myself down. I know I and many other dysautonomia patients have a lower than average body temperature. And for example, say I have a 99.5 temperature. For a lot of people, that wouldn't be a huge concern, but for me, that's a fever. That's something that needs to be taken seriously, and it's so easy for my temperature to get higher and higher because it's not able to regulate itself. Luckily, oddly enough, I don't get much fevers anymore, but when I do, they do tend to be harder to control. But now I'm going to kind of talk about heat intolerance, which I kind of mentioned with the room example with the 70-degree room. But heat intolerance is something I have struggled with for years, and it's only gotten worse. And unfortunately, there really is no solid cure for heat intolerance. For the average person, it is completely normal and understandable to know that they need to be hydrated and they need to be careful in the sun. But for individuals like myself, that doesn't always help. For me, sometimes no matter how hydrated I am, no matter how cool I am, I still get overheated and it's not fun. And when I get overheated, it actually triggers POTS. And that's a horrible scenario, let me tell you. It is not fun. And there are things that have helped me, and we do take the proper precautions to make sure I don't get overheated too often or too bad. And one of those things that help is a cooling rag. You can get them at any sports store, I believe, and you just put them in water, put them in the fridge, at least that's what we do to keep it cold, and then take it with us. If the weather is I would say over 95 degrees outside, I would bring a cooling rag even if we were planning to just go shopping in the store, just to be on the safe side, even with AC. And I always try to have a cold water bottle with me as well. Those things don't always work, and sometimes we do have to leave places early. We do have to be considerate. For example, if I'm at the beach, I can't be there all day easily because of the heat. There are cooling vests that I know have helped so many people. I haven't gotten to the point where I've tried one out, but it's a huge possibility for me in the future because unfortunately this is something that is most likely only going to get more and more magnified as I grow older. Comment down below if you like these types of videos where I kind of delve into a single symptom more and how it affects me and how it may affect other people. Definitely tell me in the comments below, but I really wanted to make this because I think awareness is so important, not just for POTS or dysautonomia, but for heat intolerance in general. And I know there are so many people with very many different conditions that may not even have dysautonomia that are still sensitive to heat, and I know it works differently with every condition and every person, but it is definitely something a lot of people experience, and I think it's important if a loved one or your friend struggles with heat intolerance to kind of just be prepared and kind of be knowledgeable about what exactly they feel like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe down below, click that notification bell so you won't miss anything. Subscribe to my blog, the link is in the description. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, link is also in the description, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.